Hey, what's going on, cash flow hackers? It's Chris with Life 180. This video is actually going to be the first video in a series of videos that I'm doing on money principles, money basics. One of the things that I've been getting a lot of feedback on lately that's been kind of touching me a little bit and really wanting me to figure out how can I reach people in a different way? How do I reach a broader audience? And I know that a lot of the stuff I talk about is very technical. A lot of the topics that I cover are kind of like second and third level wealth building strategies. And what I wanted to do in this series, and I'm going to create a playlist on this series. So follow the playlist, follow this video. Make sure at the end, I'm gonna have the playlist in the end screen always on the end of this. So no matter what video you're watching in this playlist, you'll always be able to go check out that playlist and go from there. But this video, being the first, we're going to be talking about money principles for you to understand all the different components of personal finance that you need to understand to be able to elevate from where you are to get to where you want to go. It's really that simple. And so for this video, you can see here, the question is, why should you set financial goals? Right out of the gate, I would say financial goals are something that everybody needs to do because, listen, if we're not measuring where we want to go, then it's going to be harder to be able to have success. There's a whole bunch of research that surrounds, a goal without a plan is just a dream, and dreams really don't come true in this world, right? Like, unfortunately, we have to execute, we have to come up with a plan, and we have to know where we want to go. If we don't know where we want to go, any road's going to get us there, and ultimately that's why people end up aimlessly with their money, kind of wandering around the world and not getting the results that they want in their life. And so why do we set financial goals? We set financial goals to be able to live intentionally. Life 180, live intentionally for excellence. 180, turn the results around in your life, right? And so my encouragement to you is to set financial goals. Be really, really intentional about what you want your life to look like. What are the objectives? Because here's the deal. Every time you set a goal, now you have a track that you can follow. Because if you know where you are now and you know where you want to go, now you can actually build a road to get there. You can build a plan to get there, right? If you don't know where you want to go, you don't know how to get there. You don't know the path to take. You don't know the products to use. You don't know the philosophies that you should live by. You don't know what your decisions you're making on a day in, day out basis, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out, decade in, decade out basis. You don't know how those decisions that you're making about every time you go to coffee, every time you go to lunch, every time you take a trip, every time you put something on a credit card, I'm not saying they're good or bad, make no mistake about it. I'm all about, I love my coffee. I love going to lunch, and I spend a lot of money going out to eat, and we love taking trips, and we do all this stuff. So don't misunderstand. I'm not one of these people that believes you can shrink your way to wealth. You can't. Scarcity mindset is not going to get you there. But I do believe you have to have goals. You have to know where you want to go. You got to be very intentional about what you want to do, what you want your life to look like, and then you can reverse engineer a plan. And then you can at least, whether you do any of the stuff with coffee and going out and vacations and whatnot, whether you do it or not, at least you're making an intentional decision. So by setting up goals, it gives you a track. Anything measured improves, okay? Anything measured improves. That's one of the things that I believe to be true. Once again, a lot of studies around this. So my encouragement to you is, if anything measured improves, the first thing we need to do to improve our finances is to come up with goals, because that's going to be our why at the end of everything, right? So in case you haven't seen this, I want to share this with you. I'm going to do this a little bit. Simon Sinek's Golden Circle, right? So Simon Sinek, check him out. I'm just going to write his name here. So look up the Golden Circle. I'm not going to get into a lot of detail on this because I don't want to do him a disservice, but here's the bottom line. What his Golden Circle is saying, it's this. So it's the what, the how, and the why, right? So what this is saying is, everybody knows what they do. Fewer people know how they do it. Even fewer people know why they do it. But at the end of the day, this why is everything. If you want to be successful, if you want to build a company, you better be able to convey why you do it. If you want to be able to connect with more people and get people to join your mission or message, you better get them to understand why you're doing it, right? That is one of the hardest things to convey. Everybody knows what they do and how they do it, but people connect with why. That's where the community component of everything comes from, right? And so with you and your financial goals, when we take this and we take it out of business and we put it into our personal lives, why do we set our financial goals? Because we need to figure out why we're doing what we're doing. Why are we making the decisions that we're making every day? If you can't connect with why you're doing anything, maybe you set financial goals and part of that is for your kids to live a better life. Maybe part of that is, maybe part of that is for you to be able to retire early, to be able to have financial freedom, to be able to give back to charity, give to your church, spend more time volunteering, doing stuff of that nature. Doesn't matter, but this why, make no mistake about it, that why is the core of everything that you make your decisions around. And if you don't have clarity around that, then every decision that you make from here until that point in time is going to be ineffective. So anyway, that is the first video. I think it's a foundational video. The reason I'm doing this as an intro video because it sets the stage for every other video we're going to do from here forward. A lot of these are going to be technical, not fun, not the sexiest conversations in the world, not the most fun conversations in the world, but they're absolutely essential because I believe without financial freedom, there is no freedom at all. And for you to live your greatest potential life, you have to understand the money game, and you can't make the most educated decisions unless you understand the most basic financial concepts out there. So what I've done is I've gone through, like I said, I've taken what I consider the most basic, not basic necessarily, but most essential financial concepts that every single person should understand so they can have an educated conversation around money and be able to make educated decisions around their money, put it in this playlist. So make sure you watch it. If you have any questions, comment in the comment section below. Until next video, have a blessed, inspirational day. We'll talk soon. See ya.